Hi, everybody. It's Monday, December 8th, and welcome to week 2 at Scornavaca Martial Arts Academy. We're on the second week of our teaching cycle, which means new material for everybody. And because it is December and we have a short teaching cycle due to the winter break, we won't have a review week, and we will start reviewing this week for anybody who will be belt testing. In case you don't know, near the training floor to the left by the water fountain is a board with test candidates. So it's divided up by little dragons, phase 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. And whenever I see that anyone has 2 of their green stripes on their belt that they've learned their material from previous cycles, and then a red stripe on top of the green one, the red stripe represents that they have been taught all the material for the next belt test and that they are now what we consider belt test candidates. And what I do is I write their names on that board. It's right by the water fountain there. So if you're ever wondering if you or your child might be ready to belt test or is on that on my test candidate list, that's where I post the list for everybody so you can prepare. But as far as for parents, if you just ever look at your child's belt and you see those 2 green stripes with a red stripe on top, that's your sign. The red stripe is basically kind of like a red alert to show you that they're ready for testing. So we will get into testing next week. A couple things I do have is I've got a welcome to Mo Staley Leonardi to our Karate Kids program. Mo is off to a great start. He was referred to us by Elena and Ava Valey and their family. Excuse me. And I actually happen to know Mo's mom, Bethy, so it's very nice to see her again and welcome Mo to the class. And I have a happy birthday going out to Iban Salyankar. He will be 6 on Sunday, I think it is. So happy birthday, Iban. Hope you enjoy it. And today starts, or it marks 12 days, the last 12 days of classes for 2025. And we're celebrating that with the 12 days of martial arts Christmas. And today is day 1, so the first day of Christmas. And for any of the kids who come into class today, I do have a special free gift for them. I'll be giving out to all the kids who come to class today. So make sure you make it in today and pick up your gift. And as far as Christmas goes, last week I mentioned that I have these gift bags, which are, they say Merry Christmas on them. They're big red bags on the front counter. I might try to post a picture of that bag here. But if you have anybody you know is interested in classes, interested in training, might want to try it. And you can just give that, you can grab the bag. The bag itself is part of the gift. And there's a white belt and a class schedule and a gift for a couple weeks of free classes for them to try it out. So if you have anybody in mind, you can just pick one up. They're free. Just grab one. And I appreciate spreading the word. So thank you for that. And that should do it for now, except for one thing, the Powerful Words homework. I gave that out last week. It is on the inside of the training floor. So right by where that test candidate sheet is, or that test candidate board, if you go right around the corner hanging on the wall, I always put copies of the Powerful Words for the little dragons, the Karate Kids, and then kind of the tweens and adults if they do that. And if you don't get them, you can always just reach around the corner and just grab the appropriate one. And I try to hand those out to every student or remind them to pick them up in class. But if they don't get them, if they lose one and need another one, you can grab those. And also, if you need a copy of that homework, I put those in the emails every week. So if you get the weekly emails, you can click on it and then it'll pop it up, a PDF file, and you can print that out at your leisure and bring it in. So that's another way you can work with that. I like to have the students turn that in by the 15th of the month, if at all possible, just to get that out of the way before belt testing. And a word about the homework. It only takes a few minutes to do. Even the hardest homework only takes like 5 minutes. And the reason I like the students to do it and have them do it and why it's a requirement is not only to learn the powerful word, but if you especially with the younger kids. If you're talking to the kids about the powerful word, it just helps solidify the lesson that month. And so if you connect it to what you're doing at home or what the kids are doing at school, then that lesson sinks in. The kids learn that lesson, so they don't just keep it to being at the martial arts school and then forgetting it in the rest of their lives. So that helps to connect if you do that with them. And the other reason I like everyone to do that is that the powerful lesson is that it builds that sense of discipline. Like I said, it's not difficult, but it does take them to follow through, finish it, put their name on it, hand it in, and do all of those steps to get their stripe. And that's an important practice for them to learn and get good at, because even older kids and adults sometimes don't have that sense of follow through and the discipline to continue on with assignments and projects and things like that. So I like the kids to do that, and it does build that for them. So please help us and make sure that the kids turn that in. And when they do turn it in, that's where they get the blue stripes on their belt. So I look at the blue stripes on their belt, and that is part of their requirement to advance to the next belt. So that's a little bit on how the powerful word works. And that should be all for now. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the mat this week. Have a good one. Bye.